Good girls, how you doing? Let's do another pick a card. And today is going to be how do they see you now? That could be interesting. That could be triggering as well. I mean, there was the Queen of Swords there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's go and do 2 powers and then we develop and then we have a hidden truth recall because we like it a lot. Or it's just maybe me. I don't know. 1, 2, 1, 2. Power number 1, how do they see you now? Page of Swords, Temperance, 5 of Wands. Well, they definitely see you, and I also see that they are watching you. Indeed. They pretend not to, but they're watching everything that you do, whether it's what you put out there with your social media, maybe you have a channel, maybe whatever achievements you've had. It's unbelievable. They're checking everything that you do. They also find you now very balanced. They see you tranquil, peaceful. You do things silently. You don't do like some people always kind of sell something online or promote themselves. You do it quietly. You don't make noise. You just know that you're building. And you seem to be, as a result, very balanced, very tranquil. And of course, because you don't have to deal with them anymore as well, not being funny, but that brings a lot of peace for you, absolutely. So, yes, you seem to be protected. Everything you touch seems to flourish and blossom. Here we go. You tranquil. And yes, you're not like that anymore. They may be more like this. They might be more tormented, going into, argument, misunderstanding with people. You are out of that. You are doing you and you are enjoying your life. They are more tormented. And maybe as well, they notice that you're much calmer than when you used to be with them. Absolutely. You're tranquil, you are peaceful, you're serene, you're content. The opposite of that. They are dealing with that energy because I do believe that they are building up frustration, watching you and seeing that you're doing extremely well without them. Narcissist people, I would say, to be fair, right? Yeah. So, yeah, they probably see you in another relationship or in partnership or doing extremely well for yourself. Oh, we have to cut. Yeah. You probably maybe engaged by now or you celebrating life. You are happy to be alive. Amazing. And they are still doing it very slowly and not accepting to look at themselves in the mirror. To be fair, you may have built your confidence as well very slowly over the years. And now they can see the result of what you've done. Now you're achieving and you're achieving so many things. It's like you find the magic formula and they see you as successful, even though it took a long time for you to get to that point, you made it. And maybe they're struggling to find their own opportunity or their own golden coin. Amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, well, they see you very much as happy as you can be. You're romantically maybe involved with someone, but it's very peaceful. And if you're not, you're very happy within yourself and you're tranquil and, as I say, content. And that is the best revenge you can have if you want to have a revenge with someone else. Absolutely, you are tranquil, you're peaceful, and that, my dear, is priceless. Okay, so let's have a hidden treasure recall because I think we have an idea now how they see you. I'm so attracted to you. Yes, of course, because you are divine. You're beautiful, you're amazing, and they still, that one didn't get that one or didn't work out. Regret, I would say, to summarize in one word, regret. Okay, part number 2, how do they see you now? We're gonna get there. The Tower, the 5 of Pentacle, and the 4 of Pentacle. Interesting. Well, what they see, how they see you now is that they know, regardless the situation between you two, even though you don't talk to each other, they know that you are it. They have the knowing that you are the light at the end of the tunnel, you are it. You know as well, but you know that desperate because I think you're quite tranquil within yourself. They, I think, are involved still with someone with whom they have money situation going on. They have attachment, maybe they have children with someone, they have a mortgage, or they have money in a business with someone else. And so they're looking at you, wishing to be with you, and they have the knowing that we belong to each other, but it's not a happy place. And we all know as well that maybe it all crumbled for you guys, but you seem to have rebuilt your own tower. Whereas your person They didn't want maybe to shake the boat, didn't want to make that risk and choose you. They chose to stay put with someone else, and now is becoming I mean, unbelievably painful. They feel the need, they like a pressure cook now because you've done that. Maybe when the situation between you two didn't work out, that really crushed you, really bad. But then you had to rebuild yourself, and you did indeed. They haven't, decided to, at the time, to follow you. They chose someone else, they chose to stay put. And what is happening now is, the miserable energy is just building up. I don't know why I'm laughing, it's not funny. But you know what I mean? It's building up. All that resentment is building up because they're angry at the other person. They stay with someone out of obligation or because it was an easy option, in my opinion. They didn't have to find a new place, they didn't have to pay a rent or whatever. So they compromise themselves for money. In my opinion, there's a lot of money going on here. We have quite a few pentacles here. So it was material, in my opinion. Yeah. And now the judgment is here. You bet. Now it's all about coming to the core of who we are. All the things that person trying to avoid and trying to stay very comfortable with the big TV, the car, and the dog, whatever. Now it's all kind of like, what is that all about? Because now I'm really, really unhappy. And I know I didn't choose the right person. I chose the easy, more comfortable kind of option, but now I'm building the frustration and I need to go to the core of who I am. I need to say my own truth. Okay, well, the devil, yeah. That's what I thought, they chose to stay with the devil. They chose to stay with the karmic because money was involved. Bingo. Okay, so the thing is, they carry on doing all kind of excess, knowing that I shouldn't be doing this. And now, bingo, now we go into the core because things are not working that they used to, and is painful. So if they have a karmic debt or karmic partners, they're going to have to detach from themselves from that. Yeah, and maybe acknowledge that I have an issue coming from childhood or a couple of them. And here we go. We're coming to an end, inevitably. So, the thing is, you suffer the blow in some ways when they chose someone else because of money or whatever, arrangement, whatever. But, you rebuild yourself by now. They are slowly but surely going to the end of the comic, and it's painful. I mean, when you have to go to that point, 10 sword in your back, I mean, this is horrible. But that's where they went for. And they want to also realize, oh my God, look at this, regret. I'm telling you, the story here is so clear. Yes, they are very much realizing I blew it. I had an opportunity with someone I truly fell in love with, but I chose not to look at them. I chose to stay for money and because I was somehow comfortable without being on top of the world. But, I was unchallenged, and now it's heavy because they want to reconcile with you, but you moved on. Maybe you have a wish granted. Maybe you want them to come back to tell them thank you but no thank you. That's naughty. Or maybe you actually Queen of Swords. We saw that when we were preparing for this reading. Yeah, I think you cut it off and now that's it. There's no going back. You're not interested. You just like you kind of pass that point, and therefore what they're gonna come with, what accusing you maybe, or it's your fault, or blah blah blah, or feeling so sorry for themselves. I mean, I have to. Yeah, they're finally dropping the dead weight, but you did that work before. You're a step ahead of them. Introspection, you done it before, and yes, they want to come back, start it all over again. But maybe you're more interested in someone else now, or maybe you're quite happy to be on your own because you're tranquil. And everything you're touching is actually growing and it's going magnificently well. Why would you bother to go backward? Arrivederci, I think, right? I think so. Huh? So let's have, anyway, hidden Tresorico, just to finalize that. What do we have? We will be together again. You see? Now they want to come back. But I believe that you gave a lot of chances. And when someone go to the Queen of Swords energy, man, female, doesn't matter. You are done and dusted. They left it a little bit too late, and I think they know that. There's no going back from this. On this note, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.